We hit the road on July 5th with Michigan in mind. After getting a late start on the day, we found a site at Harrison Lake State Park Campground. Although we were a bit close to the road, the site was clean and surprisingly quiet. After a visit from the local wildlife and with a storm on the horizon, we ate some leftovers and quickly settled in. The next morning, we skipped breakfast and hit the road early. We headed north with a general destination of the Traverse City area in mind, but first, we had to make a small detour down memory lane.
This morning we left Harrison Lake and decided to take a little detour. This is the city of DeWitt. This is where my dad lived until I was about 11 years old, so it wasn't too far out of the way. Decided to take a little drive, a little trip down memory lane. Drove by the old house and some old friend's house and things like that. With a wave of nostalgia fresh in my mind and a campsite pinged, we continued north. There's a give and take with the way that we travel. We avoid campgrounds whenever possible, which leads to some amazing campsites. It also leads to driving around forest access roads for 2 hours, not finding a site, and eventually sleeping in a trailhead parking lot. While we ate our bologna sandwiches for dinner, I checked a couple of maps for more potential campsites. We decided to check out Guernsey Lake State Campground first thing in the morning.
Guernsey Lake State Campground is a self-registration, self-pay campground with 35 primitive campsites located in the Kalkaska County portion of the Traverse City State Forest area. After a few trips around the campground, we settled on a site. Many of Michigan's state parks and forest areas require a recreation passport, and this was no exception. So after dropping the camper, we paid for our site and headed into Traverse City, looking for the local DNR office to purchase our passport and Adam's annual fishing license. The gentleman and two ladies at the DNR office were beyond helpful and gave us a couple of Forest Service maps of the area as well. While looking at the maps, one of them pointed out a nearby lake with a clay bottom that is, as she put it, kind of neat. After leaving the DNR office, we decided to drive by the east arm of the Grand Traverse Bay so I could dip my toes in the water. Back at camp, we spent the next day or so relaxing and walking the dogs around the campground and lake. While talking with the DNR employee, Adam asked about possible dispersed camping sites in the area. His words were, "There's a few spots, we just do a really good job of hiding them." With that in mind, and with our campsite being paid up until Sunday morning, we decided to spend the day Saturday exploring forest roads and scouting for campsites. The next day, with an amazing campsite in mind, we had our morning coffee and started taking down camp to move. And that's where we'll leave you for now. Next time on The Way We Wander.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, leave us a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more of this, consider subscribing. And we're just getting started, so please follow along on our journey.
Thank you.